some coffee. Welcome to my talk show, everybody. Oh my god. All right, well, introduce. No, I'm like, should I introduce? Like, this is Nikita. Nikita, never met her in my life. This is the first date.
First date, I met her on an app. And she said, you want to come to my channel? I said, absolutely, I'll be there in 20.
It was called Mac Anonymous. Nikita and I met in makeup school at Makeup Forever Academy. We spent 6 months of our lives together.
Every single day, Monday through Friday, like 10 to 6.
It's crazy. So yeah, why did I bring her here today? Not only do I enjoy her presence and her company, she is a Mac expert. She's a manager at Mac. And so I thought today's video would be cool to like pick her brain on all things Mac. And me personally, Mac was one of the first high-end makeup brands I ever bought.
Same.
Yeah?
Yeah.
But when I was going in there, my good friend Lauren, her aunt worked at Mac, so I felt a little like safer. But at 12 years old, walking into Mac looking the way I did at 12, it was so scary. And I always felt so intimidated, but she helped me through it. Do you feel like the dynamics have changed throughout the years?
No, I think it's still the same. A lot of people do come in, they like feel a little bit more intimidated. They still have that persona, but I think it's definitely changed in the fact that the service is getting better.
Yeah.
Like now it's like they're not like upset with us because like you know how they have those memes on like Instagram and stuff like Sephora artist versus the Mac artist and like we're being like rude.
Yeah.
That I think has gone out the window and I feel like that's reversed.
I feel like it's changed. Like I don't feel as intimidated, but I don't know if that's just because like we've been in the industry and we're like, I know what I want. I need a painter, I need a what.
I still feel that way sometimes, especially with the younger crowds. They do feel, I think, that they get a little shy. We step in first and like, you know, can I help you?
But
like,
I feel like if anyone's being helped by you, they're like, oh, we're fine.
A-class service.
Yes.
I mean,
anyway, we're gonna do a get ready with us using basically all Mac. We both brought our kits and our personal collections of Mac, but we're just gonna chit chat, get ready with us sort of thing. So we have what we have, and if we're missing anything, Nikita is gonna recommend the Mac equivalent.
True. Say hi, Carlton.
Carlton's in the back. He's comfortable as anything. We didn't prep a Mac prep, but like what's a good Mac primer slash moisturizer that you could recommend?
Depending on like a skin type, but like a good moisturizer for like oily skin would be Moisture Infusion because it's a gel based, so it's not gonna, you know, be too oily for the skin. And then we also have the Studio Moisture, which is really nice. That's also like a perfect everyday moisturizer.
Does that one come in like a twist off cap?
Yeah,
I've bought that before on clients. It's really hydrating and I like that. I feel like my personal opinion is just use a moisturizer. Like it doesn't really have to be fancy.
Nothing fancy.
And then I like from Mac the strobe glow for underneath, and then also of course the infamous. Wait, infamous? Did you know that infamous means famous for something bad?
Really?
Yeah, but this
I
is
say different thing.
I say famous, like it as if it's famous.
It's super famous. Fix Plus.
What's your
lavender?
I got watermelon. This needs to be full size. I'm writing a letter to you.
I'll send it to corporate.
This is a prep or a setter. But what do you like to use it for?
I do it for both. I do it like 10 times during my makeup routine. I spray it in the beginning, I spray it during, I spray it after. Like
I spray it as deodorant. I take a shower. Who needs one?
You know, it is the holy water of the makeup community.
Yes.
And it's not going anywhere.
Do you know what's so funny? One time for the bridal company I worked for, there was a new girl being hired, so she was an intern, and we were in the Makeup Forever studio in Pennsylvania, and we were like initiating her, and I took a dupe for this is Makeup Forever Mist and Fix, and I was like, in the name of the Father and the Son, may the Lord bless your makeup career. And it was like we baptized her.
Yeah.
So baptize yourself, people. You can be saved.
Absolutely.
Do you start with eyes or what's this?
Primer.
Oh, primer. What's primer?
So I have 2 different primers. I have Natural Radiance and I have Time Check Lotion. Time Check Lotion is more of like a thicker consistency. It's like more mattifying.
Okay. That's this one?
That's that one.
It looks silicone based to me, but it's like matte.
Mattifies it a little bit, but it blurs out any of the imperfections.
Like the pores?
Yeah.
Can I use this?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
And then I use Natural Radiance because I like more of like a glowing skin.
Yeah.
Than a more mattifying
I'm
skin.
curious to see what that looks like. I'm gonna try this one. I feel like this, if you're a makeup artist, this one, the one that smooths in the pores, doesn't really matter what brand, but as long as you got one in your kit, that's important. Do you agree?
I agree.
Oh, I'm so excited because I used to use, I don't think they make them anymore. It was, what the heck is it called? It was the professional line of foundations from MAC. And they were numbered, like 1, 2, 3.
Matchmaster?
Yes!
Yeah.
Do you guys still have that?
I still saw that.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my god, I used to love that one for every day. I would use that on clients. But it has a fragrance, like a pretty heavy fragrance. I feel like all of the MAC ones do. But which ones did you bring?
For my kit, at least, I have 3 different types.
Okay.
I kind of depotted them so the bottle's not the same.
Yeah.
But I have my face and body, which is a must.
I want to try that one today.
Amazing. Very sheer, lightweight. Buildable.
Yeah.
You can put it on the face and on the body.
Yeah.
A good trick is that if you put it in your hands and you go like this, it gets tackier and it gets a little bit more thicker. So when you apply it on your body, it gives you a little bit more coverage than it would if you just applied it with a brush.
Ooh. I love face and body. Like if you're a natural person, natural bride, it's like a second sheet of skin. It's so nice. I want to use it today because I've actually never used it on myself, but I've gotten it for people.
I had Studio Fix Fluid in my kit, and then I switched it out to Prolong or Waterproof Nourishing.
Okay.
For the summertime because I know it's not gonna go anywhere. It's like as close to airbrush as I'll get using a regular liquid foundation.
Okay.
Prolong or Waterproof Nourishing is more medium to full. It's buildable. And then I brought Water Weight just in case somebody wants something more sheer, but they don't want like super sheer. It's like right in the middle between face and body and Prolong or Waterproof Nourishing.
Oh my god, now I'm like, should I try that one? Look how pale I am, guys. All my friends are tan. It's fine.
I'm bronze.
She bronze. So I'm mixing N1 and C1 because a girl is two-toned over here. We are yellow and a little bit of cool, but not too red. Do you want to explain? We were talking about this earlier. The undertones of MAC don't make sense. That's another letter we need to write, especially for consumer because.
Well, consumer, yeah.
There's different letters. N, W, meaning
neutral warm,
but the color is cool.
But they're cool tone.
Why? I don't know either.
They like switched it up. It's like a weird thing. If they reversed it. Like NC is neutral cool, but it's more gold undertones. Like I use an NC, and same would you use like an N.
I don't get it.
Mix it. You can mix.
I don't get it. But you know what are you gonna do? That's why you go there, and I'm a big believer in pick the brain of the people who work there because the people who work there have used these products. They know what the heck they're doing. Even if you're a makeup artist, like always when I go in there, I'm picking the brain of whoever it is because. One, you can never stop learning, but two, they work with the products
consistently with the brand, so then like it's on the back of their hand, like
Hell
they know
yeah.
exactly like what's what.
Yeah, and they're using it on different skin tones. Do you feel like you've learned like a lot doing makeup on people there?
Yeah.
Or
Definitely.
And just like about the product.
Like when we went to school in Makeup Forever, I was like so well versed in Makeup Forever. I could look at somebody and be like, "You're this color and this color mix." Like I knew my HD foundation.
Same. Oh, I think I actually want to add coverage.
Yeah,
this was way sheerer than I thought. I still like it. I think this is good for photo shoots.
Yeah.
But I almost want to add like a pop of something.
Do you want to try the Water Weight?
Yeah. But so when you got to MAC,
it was a little hard because I was like, oh, like everything's different.
Yeah.
Then you get used to it after a while.
Heck yeah. Is there anything that like changed your life?
Time Check lotion, that primer.
Ooh.
I never heard about it until I started working with the company, and until I saw other artists using it. It like changed my whole life.
Whoa.
Like I'll either use that or Natural Radiance on clients, but I mostly use Time Check on my clients.
I love it. For me, it was mineralized skin finish. By the way, I really like this. This is what you're using too?
No, I'm using the waterproof one.
Oh, so which one is this one?
The Water Weight. Studio Water Weight.
Water Weight, I like this. Water Weight, I think I like better than Face and Body.
It's like Face and Body's older sister.
Yes,
like,
that's what I'm noticing.
It has, you know, some maturity in it, some coverage.
Yes,
you know.
Yeah, that's what I like, but it's still hydrating. And I've never used this before. And this is a good shade for me. NC20. It's like that's this one. I know, right? I could get away with literally NW or NC, but I prefer the warmer tone because I'm from America. Now I'm tempted. Okay, so what's that one you're using? I'm gonna try it.
So I'm using. She's gonna mix all 3 foundations today.
I'm gonna give you the tea, sis.
Yes. So I'm using the Prolong or Waterproof Nourishing. So that's like more medium to full coverage.
Okay. Could this be a concealer?
You could if you want.
Is it gonna be thick? Let's see what happens.
It's too thick. And that's what I love about this one too, is that it's super lightweight, but it gives you good coverage. So that's another thing that my clients do like, that they want something that they can't feel on their skin, but it's giving them everything that they want in foundation.
That's what I loved about the Match
Master.
Yeah, but I'm noticing that with these too. I feel like, what is the one that's super heavy? Studio Fix or
Studio Fix Fluid
or Studio Sculpt?
And Sculpt. Sculpt is the most full coverage foundation that we have at MAC.
There's this artist that I went to their class, Alcantara. He's a Brazilian makeup artist, and he mixed Studio Sculpt with YSL, which is basically like the medium one, the YSL one. He used Studio Sculpt, which I feel like is like paste.
Oh, it's pasty. So I remember when it first came out.
But it looks so beautiful.
Yeah, when it first came out, I remember buying it.
Yeah.
And I took it to, I went to London after my 21st. I remember every day I wore the Sculpt and I couldn't figure it out. I was just like, what am I doing wrong?
I feel like
it just looks so like too heavy on my skin.
I feel like you need a dense one that
dense
pushes it in.
But also, when you first like squeeze it out of the tube, you have to mix it a little bit. I think because it's a gel, you want to make sure it's like thoroughly, like not just like like whipped up.
I want to just get a few shades of that for like people who want that full coverage.
And you don't need a lot. That's something that you don't need a lot of that foundation either. That'll last you because it's, again, it's super heavy and super thick. You don't need, like, you need like a little drop of it for all the face.
See, that's why I would want that. Wow, even that full coverage one is a good foundation too. Don't be afraid of these ones. I think these would all be good for every day. All right, what are we doing for concealer?
Concealer.
I
love my Pro Longwear concealer.
Ooh,
I'm gonna mix it with another, but I have all of them.
I feel like it's like a new world. All these years I've been doing makeup, and when I go into MAC, I just get mineralized skin finish and Painterly. That's what I stock up on. I don't really dabble in the
skin.
Yeah, the skin, but I like this one. Which one was this one? NC15. It's more warm. There's something about the more warm that, like, I feel like some colors can look too pale where you're just like, oh. I feel like warmth adds life. Even when you're pink, sometimes it's okay to put a little yellow in there. I was expecting this to be thick. It's really not that thick. Like, it's sitting nice. Oh, we didn't bring a MAC powder. I'm just gonna use my Laura Mercier powder. I was gonna ask you, what are your thoughts on the collaboration collections and stuff like that? Did you enjoy Patrick Starr's powder? I feel like he created a whole new powder.
I didn't mind it.
Yeah.
I didn't, for like the first part of it, I was like, oh, it's too light, it's ashy. And then when you applied it, it wasn't that bad. It was actually really, really nice.
Yeah, because like a deeper undertone.
It's like my skin tone.
Yeah.
And he had that powder and I was like, I don't understand that.
I saw it too because it's pink, right? Isn't it more
It's
pink?
more on the pinky side. And you'd be surprised how well it works even on my skin tone.
Really?
But, like, I wouldn't bake with it like he did.
Yeah.
I would just, like, as I finished doing my makeup, I would, like, put a little bit of the powder under my eyes for like a minute and then, like, brush it away and it would give me the best, like, perfect highlight.
Yeah, because I heard a lot of reviews online saying, like, people loved it. And I was so interested in getting it, but it was always sold out every time I went in there. It's messed up.
It was actually pretty good.
I love that. Go Patrick!
Go Patrick.
I have an under eye vein that is still popping through, which is interesting because this is a full coverage. Can you see that? I don't know if you can see that. Makeup always looks crazy for the first like couple minutes.
I look like.
Do you have any peach sort of corrector?
Peach corrector?
If not, I might have something nearby. Yes! Okay, so what is this? This is like major thick, right?
The Studio Finish palettes.
Yeah.
They're super, super thick. They give really good coverage.
Okay.
They're my tried and true in my kit. I use them.
Would you use this for under eye? Pro Conceal? Yeah. So this is a little bit thicker. I think that's thick. It's like creamy, but it's a thicker than what we just used, I feel like.
It's our thickest concealer we have.
Whoa. Alright, I'm putting the thickest concealer to correct this vein. It needs it. It's crazy. We gotta figure out what kind of eye look we want to do.
Oh yeah.
Do we want to do it every day? Do we want to get smoky and crazy?
Shall we ask peeps?
Yeah, let's do it. Hi friends, we are filming. Oh wait, hold on. Hey friends, I'm with Nikita, pro makeup artist at MAC. We are filming a MAC Get Ready with me and we want to know, should we do an everyday makeup or like a smoky look or an artsy look? So really fast, let us know and we will do it. We're gonna do brows off camera. Wow. All right, we are back. Let's see what the people have voted. 64% are at smoky. I had a feeling. I feel like who is ever gonna vote for natural?
No one's gonna say natural.
Okay, so.
Yeah. entertain.
But we're gonna show off fucking skills. Yeah, so for brows, we just use Anastasia
Beverly Hills.
Yes. And dupes can be the eyeshadows from MAC Cork, Espresso, Brun.
I think that's like a cool toned eyeshadow. I feel like would look good.
Yeah, whatever works for you, queen. To prime my eyes, I'm gonna use Painterly. Do you use Painterly? Is it too light?
I use concealers.
Yeah. I started using the P. Louise base after always using Painterly, and I went back to Painterly, and I kind of like it. I kind of like the P. Louise.
I've never tried the P. Louise. I want to get on that.
And I want to try it today. I have
it. Sure, I'll try it today. Yes.
People say that she created it based off of MAC. Like she used to use MAC concealer. I'm pretty sure she used to use something like that as her eye base, and then she created it. Like she tweaked what she didn't like about it and perfected what she did like about it, and I really like it. And then I'm gonna set my face because I want to set my eyeshadow too. So we'll wait for that shit. We're setting it and we're forgetting it. Nikita has a extensive plethora of beautiful eyeshadows. I'm wondering if we should do like, I feel like you pull off color so well.
Yeah, I was thinking of like maroons today.
Yes.
I was in the maroon mood.
The maroon mood. Should I do a warm smoky eye? I do have a cool orange in front of me. Oh, I also have MAC pigments. MAC pigments, amazing. That's something when I first started makeup, were my everything. Vanilla pigment, all of these, because they can be used in nail polish. They can be used as highlighters. They can
mix it with a gloss.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean,
right?
Hello, what?
It's iconic. I'm gonna do like a warm, wearable but colorful eye. All right, so we're gonna dip into Nikita's beautiful pro palette, Book of Shadows. Ooh, you have these awesome ones too.
Oh yeah,
show those.
And my Dazzle shadows.
What's the difference?
So the Dazzle shadows are like a pressed pigment that has glitter in it, and the other ones were like the Dose of Color from the Block Party, but I depotted them because it made it easier to put into little
actually gorgeous. I might layer something that I have. Sorry, it's not MAC again. This is like MAC is the main event, but we got some side dishes, you know. Danessa Myricks Color Fix. This creates, like, it's like a mixing medium. It makes anything waterproof, but like this is great for pigments, for sticking and stuff like that. And then I have this MAC palette, Risk Taker. This was like a limited thing. I might dip into here too. But we probably won't list what shades we use because we're just gonna be dipping and mixing and stuff. But just go to the MAC counter, go whatever you're drawn to. If you like the oranges that we're using, just whatever you feel drawn to in the orange department, get that. It's all about having fun and being creative. That's how I feel. How do you feel?
I feel the same.
Okay, good. I do.
Whatever, you know, floats your boat. Whatever color you feel that day.
I'm excited. Put it on. I don't like heavy eyes on myself. I usually stick to like wearable tones. Like even if I'm doing a color, I like keeping it wearable. But I also do love a glam eye too, so happy balance.
I feel like when I work, because at MAC we have like our theme days on Saturdays and stuff. So
our
makeup gets a little funky.
What's a theme day?
So every Saturday we have a specific look that we have showcasing any of the new collections that are out. That way clients can see like what different ways that we can do, like what kind of looks we can do with those certain collections.
Dude, that's sick. I forgot how much I love MAC eyeshadows. Like I think MAC eyeshadows are one of the best on the market. Some have strange like chalkiness to it, but not, I don't know, for the most part, like overall, I think they're some of the best shadows.
I know people don't like our like regular eyeshadows. They think it's not like soft enough, but they're dry for a reason.
Yes.
They don't like, you know, they're not giving you that kickback that a lot of eyeshadows are giving you, and then the eyeshadow doesn't run out in like 5 seconds.
That's why I think it's a good consistency. Yeah. It's like has enough dryness, but enough softness at the same time. But I find that, you know, some eyeshadows from MAC, mostly like older ones that I have, are a little chalky, but it's only certain shades. It's not every shade. Like for the most part, I think it's the perfect consistency.
I'm gonna add some Dazzle shadow.
Ooh, I need to do that. A little Dazzle shadow. It's like you either gotta go all in or not.
Look at that.
Oh my god! I just got a notification that says you and Nikita are celebrating 5 years of friendship on Facebook. That's crazy.
Wow.
That means we went to school 5 years ago. Bless this heart. Okay.
Wow.
That's what are the odds? Like you're with me right now.
That is so crazy.
Oh my god, I love that. Well, happy friend anniversary.
Happy anniversary. I'm so glad we get to do this together on our friend anniversary.
Should we get wine? I need a sparkle. I need a little sparkle in my life.
A little sparkle.
Should I do a dazzle shadow? Yes. And a pigment. Let's do this pigment called, there's no name. I feel like this is called something bronze. Oh, I love it. I'm just doing a warm eye. I think this is called pink bronze if I remember. But some of the permanent they've discontinued over the years. I've noticed that.
They've been discontinuing a lot of things these past year or so.
Well, I'm sure it's hard to keep up with like a boom of makeup. When I first shopped at MAC, there was like there wasn't even Sephora. When did Sephora come out? I feel like it was just coming out.
Yeah.
Sephora. Was it a global thing? I feel like it wasn't like one in every mall like it is
in France.
Yeah, that makes more sense.
Everything comes from France.
Makeup forever. Danny Sands.
Jesus Christ. Danny Sands is the Jesus of my makeup world. Just let me tell you.
Danny.
Remember we went to meet her in the city?
I met her a few times.
Oh my god.
Yes.
When she was like being interviewed. And I remember, I'm not so
she is badass.
We were so thrilled to see her. We were like, I was shaking. I was like, Danny Sands.
Yeah. You know what I said to her? I was just like, thank you so much for creating a school because every day I think about things from school.
Yeah.
Like, I loved it. I wish I could do it again.
Me too. We should have like a part 2, like a reunion or
yes.
Like,
how did you enjoy it? Like, did you feel like you learned?
I did. I knew almost little to nothing about doing makeup on anybody. Wow. That kind of like started me on everything. It polished me. It really does polish you as an artist.
Yeah.
It teaches you like how to be hygienic. Now I've seen like a lot of artists, they don't know how to be hygienic, how to clean certain things. Like that's something so simple. That, like, come on.
Hitting a nerve.
Yeah, right? Not that I'm shading anybody, but you know,
yeah, sometimes
in general.
Sometimes you need to be shaded when you're being shady.
Like blowing on the eyeshadow on your brush before putting it on someone's face is something that you don't really want to do on a client.
No, you don't.
You know? And I've seen...
But before school, you're like...
Yeah, like...
really after school? At that point, when I went to school, I probably had like 2 years of makeup experience without schooling. So it's cool to see that like I had some experience. Nikita never put a brush to someone's face, maybe just like for fun.
My cousins, like,
yeah,
very like never.
But we both took away so much value from it. Even the stuff I already did know, when it's reinforced, it integrates into your brain so much better. And I just loved it. Like I think everybody should go to school. It's such a valuable experience.
Absolutely.
What's next? I need to do eyeliner. Is there like a MAC liner that you love or?
Black Track, my tried and true.
Black Track. Do you know what? I don't even want to do eyeliner like that. Never mind. I'm gonna do I'm gonna do this into liner. I'm into it with the Danessa because when I do too thick of a liner, it just doesn't look good on me. I'd rather do like a shadow.
I'm very all over the place doing makeup. Like I'll do my eyes.
I do that too.
I'll like go on my face and set and
what are you
back in my eyes. So I'm using the Studio Fix powders. I got really bronzed this summer. Like I've never been so dark in my life.
Really?
And I'm very confused with what to have on my face. We've extended our Studio Fix line.
Really?
So in the winter I'm at NC 44.5.
What?
And then in the summer, as I was getting darker, I went to NC 45. But then I got really dark. And at some point it turned into like NW 44.
Whoa.
And now I'm mixing NC 45 and NC 46. So you know, it's a journey. The summer's been a real big journey on my makeup. Because I don't know what color I am. Like I've just been mixing around, figuring it out.
Oh my god. Well, what's good is you could just dip into your kit, match yourself.
True. Thank God.
You have like a resource. It's like a library. Oh, this is so cool. I haven't sat and done my makeup like this in so long.
Right, I feel like I'm always in a rush. I always wake up late.
Yeah.
And I have like 10 minutes to like beat my face. And I'm like,
that's me too. And
it's been a while since I've sat down and been like, okay, what am I gonna do now?
Yeah, and just played and had fun. That's like so vital as an artist. I'm gonna use Mineralized Skin Finish and Light. This is one of my holy grail products in my kit. Is it yours? One of yours? Or do you like Studio?
My whole kit, like, it's all like Mineralized Skin Finish powders and some Studio Fix.
Well, I want to use that for my under eye. I want to dust that ish.
Dust that.
So what do you like about this as opposed to the mineralized skin finish. Is this a foundation?
It is. It's a powder foundation. And the mineralized skin finish powders, they're a baked powder. Studio Fix, they like kind of press the powder in, give you good coverage. They bake it, so it's more lightweight. It's like a setting powder. It's not meant to give you so much coverage, but it also gives you the finish of skin. It has some coverage, but not like as much as like Studio Fix powder would, you know?
Yeah, I was so torn between if I liked this or the Pro Finish from Makeup Forever, but I think they discontinued Pro Finish.
They did?
I think so. It's always good stuff, right? But I want to get some of these for my kit too, because I love that like radiant skin and then add just a little coverage with the powder. I love that so much.
I love my Studio Fix powders because I'm a full coverage queen. Queen with a K.
Love it. And that's the thing. There's all different styles of makeup, which is so fun and cool. Do you find that the MAC artists do more full coverage? Is that like, are they instructed to do that?
No. You're instructed to just be yourself. You're just, if you feel like putting on a little makeup that day, that's cool. You want to put a lot of makeup, great. You know?
I love that.
Show your style in your face, because like we're wearing black every day. We can't really express our style on our clothing, so express it in your face.
Okay, I'm gonna dip into Nikita's palette here.
It's a Studio Fix Sculpt and Shape Contouring palette. It's like the deeper one.
I'm gonna mix this guy with this to like bump it up. Just gonna use a light hand, because you know your girl's pale. This is making me fall in love with MAC all over again. I feel like for a while I wasn't really into it. I think there's just so many brands on the market, but this is kind of just like that OG brand that paved the way for all of the stuff that you see right now. One of my favorite MAC blushes is Melba. I think that's the prettiest blush from MAC for lighter skin tones and even medium to tan. I want to try this one today. What is this one called?
Peaches.
Peaches. We're using Peaches today. Good blush for today's peach warm look. Do you know what I love about MAC? When I watch their backstage videos, like MAC pro artists are creating these colors
with the collections that are coming out in the future.
I watch those videos and I actually tear up. I get so inspired. I'm like, Romero Jennings like formulated this. They're creating the trends.
Right.
That's what's so cool. I am just using L'Oreal mascara. What's your favorite mascara from MAC?
Well, I had one and they discontinued it.
Oh,
it's called Upward Lash. I think I have it on me because I love it so much.
Oh, I like that one that you showed me. I used to use that on clients.
Oh, that's another good one. Where is it? The Extra Dimension
Yes.
mascara? See, I carry it on me.
Yes, it looked like the lipstick.
Love it to death.
Do you like it?
Discontinue it.
Of the formula or the brush?
Both. The bristles are so tiny that it just gets right into your eyelashes. It's like perfect.
What are you gonna do when they discontinue it?
They did it already. They discontinued.
Oh shoot! So you're just like milking it now?
Yeah, pretty milking it. I found a new one in my room the other day, and I like, I cried a little. I teared up.
All right, I'm gonna use MAC Pink Opal for my highlighter. We'll do a little Fix Plus. I might make
That's cute.
That's cute though. I might layer that eyeshadow on top. I need like a golden white. Let's dip into this guy. That same white that I put on my brow bone. Okay, there it is. There she is. She's here. She's a little queer, but she's here. I don't want like a heavy lipstick. I'm just gonna use Cherish from MAC Obs. It's like, yeah, it's like a nude. I'm not even gonna line my lips. I'm just gonna keep it soft.
Oh, and if anybody knows me, they know that Plum Lip Pencil is like my ride or die.
That looks so good on you.
I have like 20 of them. It is a problem. I don't understand. I
specifically remember like reaching out to you on Instagram and being like, what lip liner are you wearing? Because it's like amazing on you. Incredible.
99.9% of the time I'm wearing Plum. Always.
In case you
everyone at work, they'll be like, what's Nikita's favorite thing? Plum.
Plum.
They just say no.
You're notorious, right? Oh yeah, so we were talking about MAC lashes. I asked Nikita what her thoughts. I said, what are her thoughts on the MAC lashes? Because I personally, like if a client ever brought a MAC lash in, I don't like the consistency of them, personally.
It's very natural. A lot of them are natural lashes, I think. But now that they've come out with, they just launched with the eyeshadow palettes. They launched like 3 new lashes.
Really?
One of them is it's super voluminous and dramatic, and it's like the best lash.
I like that.
I have to bring it in and show you sometime.
Great. So we need to finish. I mean, there's nothing left to do but then to pull it up. And ready? Wow, watermelon lavender. Who knew? What a combo. amazing lives that we have after this. Napping at home.
Absolutely.
Don't forget to create. Thank you, Nikita, for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. Come back anytime.
Absolutely.
Love you so much.
I'll be here next week.
Oh, and also, like, Nikita is also a freelance artist, so go ahead and book her for all of your events.
If you need me.